Zip finally broken out from the downtrend we have seen since October 2024, which the share price has came down from $3.60 all the way down to $1.10. That's the big question. That's the question I'm going to be answering you in this video. And I tell you this, I think we might be about to witness a major multi-year rally for Zip. And I'm going to be sharing in this video why I think that. Let's have a look. My name is Les. I'm Chief Analyst of BG Trading in Australia. I hope you are well. Today is 7th of May 2025. And I'll be analyzing once again Zip, which is a stock that has been incredibly profitable for us and our VIP members since 2021, with which we start trading Zip. And we want to take advantage of, in fact, we have been taking advantage. A few weeks ago, we locked to a 34% profit with our VIP members in Zip, which we bought at 125 and so 170. And we have recently bought it again, obviously, because as you've seen in the last few videos in this channel, if you missed that out, just take a look right there. We have been bullish for Zip. We've just been waiting for a technical breakout. And we're going to be looking now all the key elements that makes me believe that we had this technical breakout of the downtrend today. I just want to remind you, this is not a financial advice. It's just us from BG Trading sharing with you how we apply our strategies to chase 20 to 40% profit within 1 to 3 months, trading small and mid-sized caps. In fact, we have been even trading large caps. Many stocks now, large caps, offering similar trading opportunities that we have been doing with small and mid-sized caps over the last few months before though this Trump tariff comes in play. We're going to be looking at every single detail and why I think Zip's prone for a major multi-year rally. So if you like the content, please subscribe to the channel right now. And I would like to invite to leave your comments, your thoughts on Zip, whether going to be a multi-year rally or looking to another leg down, or if you think is a dog stock, just share with us. Any view is welcome. We will be opening a high quality conversation, so make sure you back up your comments with some compelling facts. So that will not only help us to be able to answer you in a better level, but also help to add some value to this community, to this channel. Let's jump straight into the chart right now, because that's where everyone like to have a good go of. Now, as you can see here, and I've been sharing with you in my in many videos. If you looked here, so we have video 2 weeks ago, then 3 weeks ago, then 1 month ago, right? And then before. Be sharing with you our thoughts, how we've been trading Zip, and what are the key technical elements that we needed to watch to confirm a technical breakout. And this technical breakout has happened over the last 30 days, like pretty much the last month during this rally. I'm going to show you now why. But first, let's travel a little bit to 2021, when Zip has gone up all the way up to $14, almost $15. And remember that we did this trade. This was our best trade with Zip. If you are part of our Facebook community, you can access that and see the results over 100%. I think we made $100,000 in there. And for long-term followers, you know that I bought my Tesla Model Y with this trade right there. It was incredibly successful trade, and we positioned ourselves quite heavy that time. But then and then as you can see here, this whole rally here from pretty much from $1 all the way to $14.27 was generated post-pandemic, and then obviously because Fed and RBA and most central banks around the world was cutting interest rates quite aggressively, as you all know. So macroeconomic facts putting pressure into the stock price towards the upside. Yes, a lot of people buying because, as you know, the business model for Zip, they required warehouse lending, so they want to lend money at the lowest cost possible. And if they lend money at very low cost, that means the operational margin will be very high. But then they start growing way too quickly and they become insolvent. And they were even a verge of going under. And that's when the share price has fell all the way to 30 cents, back in 2022. But then they hired a new CEO and she managed to turn the company around and not only becoming a successful buy now, pay later growth story, but also a sustainable company. They are now growing sustainably. And they are even able to issue buybacks, $50 million buybacks, to offset a little bit of the many share price dilution they have to raise funds. So obviously, it's not near the number of shares they used to have around this sort of level. There is still a lot more issued shares. But they are on the right track for a major rally on the share price. This is my opinion. Let's take a look why. First of all, Zip as a company is in the best fundamental shape ever has. It's not only solvent, but also they have been increasing the operating margin from 7.9% in FY24 to 14.2% in FY25, almost 100%. That's huge. That shows how successful they are sort of becoming over the last, pretty much the last financial year. That's what I would say. And one thing I really like on Zip now is that they are a two-side revenue generated model. What does it mean? Means that they not only generate revenue from the consumer, but also from the merchant. So it's double generated revenue, which is incredibly a good business model. And although they are not growing very aggressively in Australia and New Zealand, they are showing remarkable growth in US, which is the biggest market for a buy now, pay later in the world. Recent research also show that more and more people are using buy now, pay later in US, and that's where we should be focused on. Okay, so macro is improving. Also, Zip is now taking advantage of multiple interest rate cuts by Fed that we saw during 2024, and most likely will take advantage of what we think we could see more interest rate cut by Fed and obviously by RBA, but the key catalytic for Zip is if Fed cuts rates, and if that happens, then we could that could not only trigger a major rally, but in combination of this technical breakout and fundamental improvement, remarkable fundamental improvement, since those three metrics are now lined up and every single one of them are pretty much a green tick for us, I'm very confident that we could see a major rally ahead. In fact, we are positioning ourselves not only in our short-term portfolio, but also on a long-term portfolio. Once again, I want to highlight that there is no guarantees in the market, right? Anything can happen, but all those three multidimensional metrics are favorable right now. Talking a little bit about fundamental metrics, the TTV growth in the third quarter of FY25 for the whole group is 35% year on year, so it's still growing quite remarkably. Total income 26% up from the previous financial year. Transaction volumes 27% up. But what I like to say is how much the EBITDA has been growing, and the company has reported a record group cash EBITDA of $69 million in FY24, which means FY25 guidance of $153 million EBITDA, which suggests 120% growth year on year. And most likely profitable full year as well on the net profitability level. That's all investors want, which could lead to further buybacks by Zip, depending how they would like to manage capital and add value to shareholders. Now, from the technical aspect, once again, here's why I see there's a major breakout from this downtrend. As you can see there, every time since September, since 30th of September, which I start highlighting for any trader or investor to be careful with Zip. And as you can see, the RSI here, every time the RSI was hitting this downtrend level with lower highs, then we could see what we call bearish divergence. When we have a bearish divergence, that indicates a potential plateau and potential change of trend. And we are watching very closely because the stock was still going up about on the RSI, which is relative strength index, was showing a big red flag. And this red flag materialized in December when Zip has hit its recent highs, which was 360. Or what a lot of people call double top here, but not a remarkable double top anyway. And has reached what we call exhaustion level right there. And formed this resistance level at $3.30 to $3.60. And then the share price couldn't actually break through that. And the RSI continues to form lower highs on a consistent base. And then we saw all these 60% fall on the stock price, right? And then we've been looking at tracking a potential reversal when we will see the first signs of reversal, which is a breakout of this downtrend on RSI. And we saw that in April, early April, when we did our first trade, right? 34% profit. And then we took profit and we were watching closely. We end up buying again on expectation, on a speculation of a technical breakout based on the fact that the company has reported incredibly well on this third quarter. So today, with this strong candle, very strong volume, we have three elements on the chart that confirms a technical breakout of this downtrend. The first one is on RSI. Then the second one is this bullish intersection level 2 here, which means the candle crosses in a very high volume the yellow line, which is our BGS20 key indicator in MA9. And while we are highlighting here a bullish intersection level 1 as well, about to be formed, when the yellow line crosses the red line, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Obviously, we might have a mild correction tomorrow, but I would be expecting now ZIP to move freely towards the SMA 250, which still shows that ZIP's trading at technically discounted price is still a buying area for me here. Obviously, we already bought the stock. We already over 20% profit from our last entry. But as you can see here, as soon as it tries break through the SMA 250, then ZIP will be into the bullish side, and then we have the final confirmation for a major rally. Okay, so anyone looking to trade ZIP in the short term, I would be looking at potentially exit around this level here, which is the long-term moving average, $2.20, $2.25, and then chase a buyback around at the low $2. This is still an assumption based on what I think is going to happen. Obviously, the best thing is to wait, but for me, we have enough indication of a reversal trend. Now we're heading towards a bullish trend, and that is exactly what we look as a trader to buy into big positions in the stock like ZIP. Obviously, remember, this is not a financial advice. Make sure you do your own due diligence, make sure you understand, make sure you are able to invest or trade the stock, talk to your financial advisor, and then make your move into the stock if you wish to. Let us know what you think about ZIP, about this chart formation, if it's just us thinking this is a technical breakout, or if you also agree. Last element I wanted to show you is that this volume has been increasing remarkably since February, middle February this year, right? In comparison to December, October, and November last year, all right? So that is very, very appealing and shows that the market has been accumulating ZIP during this downturn right there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.